HGTV makes it seem like every property you do has to be incredibly unique and different. But the reality is you're probably not flipping houses in the same neighborhood.
Hey guys, Sean Bloomquist, Pine Financial Group, where we work together so you succeed. If you're finding us on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you like the page, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're getting content as soon as we deliver it. I've got my good buddy Justin Cooper with me here today. We are going to talk about what are successful flippers doing. There's a lot of people in this industry and a lot of new people, and they may not understand the nuances of once you scale up and you become a truly successful full-time flipper, what are they doing differently than the person who's starting out? What do you think the first thing to do is?
That's such a great point because it's relatively easy to get into the flipping business, right? Mm-hmm. You find a house that's ugly, you buy it, you start fixing it up. But to really grow and scale this business, right? Yep. To maybe do more than one deal at a time or just to have a good wash, rinse, repeat, right? How can investors actually do that? And I think probably the most important one is having good systems in your business. Document how you're flipping these properties. How are you buying the properties? What is the process there? What kind of paperwork do you need? Are you having inspectors? Having good systems behind that. Once you buy the property and you're into the remodel stage, what kind of systems and processes and checklists do you have for that?
Like getting your contractors lined up, getting all that kind of stuff, right?
100%.
If you get stagers or any of that kind of stuff.
100%.
Just getting it so that it's rinse and repeat every time, right?
Exactly. The less you have to think about it, the easier things should go. The easier it is to hire somebody and say, here's the playbook.
Yeah.
Now go implement it, right? The more deals that you can do.
That's great. That's great. So to kind of piggyback on that, one of the things that I think a lot of them do is they almost make a template of what they're doing per house. So instead of going into each house, and speed is the name of the game. You don't want to be going in there trying to put together your budget. Well, I think, if we did this, it would cost this or whatever else. Or once you finally get it under contract, picking out colors, finishes, all that stuff. You've got a basic, essentially, template where this is what we're going to do in every property. We know where to buy the material. We know the cost of it. And we're just going to make it fit for that property.
Yeah, 100%. HGTV makes it seem like every property you do has to be incredibly unique and different. But the reality is you're probably not flipping houses in the same neighborhood, definitely not on the same street. So nobody's going to see the same template that you're using, the same paint colors and light fixtures, etc., on each one of your deals because they're in such different places. So why overcomplicate it? Make it easy, put together a template, wash, rinse, and repeat.
Exactly. And the market kind of sets that template as well. There's going to be certain finishes that are kind of industry-wide for what are people actually buying right now. There's trends that are going to be set. So you just want to make sure you're still kind of in that trend area and make sure that once you get it on the market, it's going to sell immediately.
Such a great point.
Right?
But that being said, as much as you want to have these systems and templates and have the same thing and make it repeatable, what's the one other thing that we see that successful investors do?
Well, the thing that I think is that sets them apart from the newbie. The new people are kind of looking at, if I get into this, can I put as little work as possible in to get the biggest bang for my buck, right? Where the seasoned investor might look at it differently and say, what can we do differently to this property to make it stand out compared to the other ones? So, maybe taking an attic and finishing it off into a primary suite or something like that, or maybe putting a small addition off the back to add that extra square footage or things like that. It just sets their house apart and makes it so that they're not just trying to squeeze that bang for the buck. They're actually making things that are going to get them that money back in return.
Yeah, such a great point. They're coming in with a fresh perspective, looking not just at what does the house have today that I can do with it, but what could I make it into tomorrow?
Exactly. If you've got any other questions on this type of stuff, Justin and I are both very seasoned in dealing with a lot of these properties and talking to a lot of these investors. So please reach out to us at pinefinancialgroup.com.